Pizza.
Pizza Hut.
Oh. See? I knew you didn't want pizza. Scientific.
I believe.
Oh, okay. Okay. So everybody here believe.
We may be the only life form.
Okay, so listen. It's not a matter of belief because there are extraterrestrials. It's a proven fact. So now let's take it from there. Because everybody agrees that they exist, right? They're here.
Yeah, right.
So we don't have to use the word belief because belief is just, your understanding and acceptance of information, whether it's real or true. I mean, whether it's real or not.
Right.
We understand that these things are real, and so it's not contingent on a belief system anymore.
Now, to what extent?
It's just like saying I don't believe in money. You don't have to. But we know money is real, right?
Right.
So who cares if you believe in it or not? So to what extent what?
To what extent do people believe? And when I say that,
to the utmost extent.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. And I ask people this all the time. I've been asking these questions. I was about 14 years old. I used to get kicked out of churches.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it was
Right. Where's God?
Right.
If you believe in God and He doesn't live on earth, where does He live? In the heavens. So where are the heavens?
No, say it like that meme your son posted. A meme like that recently. He posted the meme where the guy was like, "Do you believe in extraterrestrials?" He was like, "No." He was like, "Why not? You believe in God?" He was like, "Yeah, of course." No, he said, "You believe in extraterrestrials?" He's like, "No." He was like, "Why not?" "Because I never seen them." He was like, "You believe in God?" It's like, "Yeah."
But you never seen
And then he just had the face like, like, bro.
Right. But the thing is, extraterrestrial means extra, right? Extra means more, and then terrestrial means land. So it's more. It's not from this land. It's not from this earth. It's from somewhere else. So if God doesn't live on this earth, then He's extraterrestrial. I mean, there's no way around that. So people believe. They just don't understand what they believe because they have blind faith and they never question anything. So whatever someone gives them is what we tend to accept. Like, okay, I eat meat. Why? Because that's what my mama gave me. So I'm never going to question why we eating the flesh or drinking the milk of another animal. I'm just going to go with the punches because that's what was given to me. I'm never going to question that. Or I go to church every day, or I go to Juma every Friday. I'm not going to question why I'm a Muslim and I'm African American. I'm not going to question why I'm Catholic and I'm African American. I'm not going to question why I speak English. I'm just going to do it. And so a lot of times we just tend to accept whatever is told, especially by like the mainstream media. And they're not talking about extraterrestrials.
Right.
They keep us hidden from it.
Right.
So
when I say to what extent, recently made headlines claiming that NASA is on the verge of announcing evidence of alien life.
Right. So what's happening at this stage is you have Putin, Vladimir, in Russia, who is very adamant about extraterrestrials. Who, if you go, you can Google it, and he talks about when the president of the United States become president, they get this blue folder, and inside of this blue folder, it gives them all the information about current extraterrestrial endeavors. But the United States chooses not to share this information with their citizens because of whatever reason. It's just a form of control. It's called classified information, and when it's classified, it's not disclosed to everybody.
Right.
Right? And so that's what's happening. But because of their failed attempts to control the planet and keep extraterrestrials out, because that's what's happening. There is, if you watch the movie Men in Black, there is an ArtNet around this planet, which we say, oh, these satellites, blah, 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 but some of those satellites are exchanging beams to put a filter over the planet so that certain beings, especially light beings, can't travel in and out. It's blocking. It's like static or a net. Remember the movie Jumpers with Samuel Jackson and the dude tried to jump to other places, but he'll shoot the electricity and then he'll get stuck and can't jump. Okay, so that's kind of what this ArtNet that we have around the planet is. So now that they're still being able to come in and outside of the planet, it's coming to a point where people have to understand it because it's going to no longer be a secret. They can't hide it anymore because of the, I won't even get into all that, but it's not going to be able to be hidden anymore.
Right.
Okay? And to be quite frank with you, the eclipse that happened yesterday has a lot to do with that, and the one that will happen in 7 years, but we're going to talk more about that in
I was going to say, we're going to touch on that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it in Djembe. So to what extent, to a major extent, you know, they are in this planet. In 1963, they came out with a movie called Men in Black. The original Men in Black, that's in Russian. I dare you to watch it. I dare you. And then the one that came out with Will Smith shows the same thing, that they have places like Witch Mountain and all the places I named during the Hidden Government segment I did, where they have places where they have extraterrestrial, they're interbreeding them. To try to see, okay, well, this came from this planet, this came from this planet. What happened if we blend them? What happened if we mate them? What happened if we artificially inseminate this one with the human being? So they already have experimentations going on with extraterrestrials, and it's no secret. All you gotta do is just do a little bit of research. So.
Don't you think people still be in denial though, even after being told?
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
That's with anything.
Why wouldn't you be? Because sometimes things are put on a scale so far out. Like, how do you grasp this concept? You've been living your whole life thinking one way. How do you grasp the concept of another way? But we do that with simple things like saving money. We don't believe it. We just don't grasp the concept. We just don't accept it. We do that with other things like thinking outside of the box or loving our neighbor and not really being, you know, like little bitty stuff, because we've never been trained to accept those type of things. You know, it's something more bizarre that I can tell you, like most of us are extraterrestrials. Hell, you talking about spiders, extraterrestrials, hummingbirds, extraterrestrials, cockroaches, that's why they can't die, extraterrestrials. That's why spiders move so fast. That's why they have 8 eyes. That's why hummingbirds are attracted to sugar. You will never see a hummingbird in your neighborhood. You put out some sugar water and see what happens. Just like that, they can find it. Extraterrestrials love sugar. Roaches love sugar. Ants love sugar. Spiders love sugar. Black folks, extraterrestrials. Do you feel me? Like, come on now. But plants, a lot of plants, the mushrooms, that's how you get high on mushrooms. They had them psychedelic trips. Marijuana, the first marijuana strain was sent to this planet. Like real shit. And I can break it down to you in a way that's so understandable, but it's just so much information.
See, that's really interesting, because I already know it's a lot of stuff, species that's been brought to this planet. I just always wondered what. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be shocking to know, like, if you really knew. Like, think about the animals that are here, like you just said. that you just, I mean, you just used to them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you really go back, let them tell it. Hell, some people believe that the human race itself was brought to this planet from another planet.
They were.
You know. See? So, now, let's talk about so why is this such a big deal to hide, right? Like, why do people even care? Why does the government care?
Because, let me tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, you go ahead.
No,
were you asking me that question?
I was saying it as a question.
Oh. Why is it a secret? Because you cannot have science and religion in the same place.
Thank you.
You cannot have science and religion in the same place. And how do you get a motherfucker to obey? Fear. And how do you instill fear in people? Religion. If there is a invisible man in the sky that controls your destiny and your fate, you obviously can't control your destiny and your fate. And how do you believe in all of this stuff that you learned in this Bible, and then you all of a sudden see that it's extraterrestrials?
Right.
There are other beings that made you. Why did they make you? To mine for gold. This is the 18th galaxy, which means it's an iron galaxy. That's why you have, if you look on the periodic table, the 18th element is Fe. That's iron. What does that mean? We are in the 18th galaxy, which is the Milky Way. This is an iron galaxy. We have uranium, which is a metal. We have plutonium. We have mercury. You understand what I'm saying? We got gold. We got platinum. You got tin. You got copper. And gold is important because gold reflects the sun. It's like creating your own moon. And so you had beings from the 19th galaxy called Melchizedek. Do your research. Don't take what I say for face value. Came to this galaxy to mine for gold. Why did they want gold? Because they wanted to reflect the sun from wherever they were. That's why when your state capital, what your state capital got on top of it? In every state you go to, gold. The pyramids got what on top of them? Gold. And why do you think black people love gold so much? Because you came here for it. Because you came here for it. That's in your blood. That's in your DNA. You understand what I'm saying? And so I'm going to find it for you in a minute so I can read it to you. But while I'm talking, they came here and they mined for the gold. And so everything is always about genetic experimentation. But that's why in Genesis it says God made Adam, and then he took a rib from Adam and he made Eve. But then if you keep reading in Genesis, it goes on to say God made Adam, and then he compacted him out of mud, and he made Eve, and he breathed life into them and made them living beings. That's because the light beings that were here could not withstand the atmospheric pressure of the planet, because it's 360 psi per cubic inch of the body. And so that's a lot of pressure for a light being to withstand. So we had to densify and get this clay on our skin in order to understand it, and to be able to hold. That's what we need, the bones and a structure for, so we can withhold the pressure of where we are. And they fucked up the first time, which is why a flood came. Okay, because the first man is the Asiatic black man. That's why Indians, the Asiatic black man, have so many problems. That's why they have those parasitic twins. That's why they be born with 4 legs and all kind of other things, because they are a genetic experiment gone wrong, and so their genes are still suffering from that. And so another set or another chip came here and actually did it right. That's why it's 2 creations in the Bible, because one fucked up and then another one came where the Lord God, you got to pay attention, because remember, the Bible was written by Masons and a secret society for them. It was written in esoteric form. Women and poor people could not read the Bible. Only the people that knew what they were reading. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what it was. God is one, and the Lord God is another. If you don't believe me, go back and read Genesis with your eyes open. Read it without religion. And see what you find. See, do they refer to God and the Lord God as 2 separate individuals? And see, in Genesis, in that first chapter, on the 6th day and the 2nd day. And I'll go find it and read it to you if it makes sense, but that's what happened. And that's because they were creating beings to mine for the gold. Right? And so after they had these people mining for gold, they started to rape the women or sleep with the women, because I guess you can't rape a slave now, can you? Because you made it for whatever you need it for. So that's what happened.
Wow.
It says, hold on, I'm trying to find it. The Nephilim were in the earth in those days. The Nephilim were in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, they bore children with them. That's what that means. The Nephilim came here to check on the mining and to take. Remember in the Bible they said how the chariots of fire kept coming in and out of the sky. Gabriel came down and told Mary, "Oh, you finna have a baby." How you think that happened? Because Gabriel was an extraterrestrial. That's how you understand what I'm saying? That's what angels are. Where the fuck they coming from? Like, let's be for real. Like, stop separating two things that are the same. But that's how we're trained to think.
Right.
Because that's control. That's control. Because what happened if you find out you really came from the stars? The Nephilim took the women and they made things that look like this. The Anunnaki with the long face and the head in the back and big round eyes. That's what that is. You understand what I'm saying? And so now you have a breed of half man, half extraterrestrial, just like Jesus is half what? Half God, half human. Zeus is what? Half God, half human. Horus is what? Half God, half human. Why do you think that is so consistent? Because you truly come from the stars. You truly come from the stars. You truly came here to mine for something. That's why the powers that be make you work. They make you mine. That's why you take your ass to work every week for the greater good of another being. Because they know the science. And they're just keeping it up. And they've taken the control for themselves and kept the people who started, or the beings that started, they're trying to keep them out of the loop of things. Because now someone else controls the planet. And someone else controls the planet that are extraterrestrial, just not the ones who created the main beings here, the Anu. Because there are more than one type of people that are blended with more than one type of extraterrestrial.
Man, we done delved a lot deeper than y'all thought, didn't we?
Oh, y'all know where you thought you were going with this conversation with me.
No, I'm excited.
Oh.
All right, look, we're going to come back to this. I hope y'all stay in tune. We're going to jump into a commercial real quick, and we'll be right back. Nah, you see me, I'm like, you know, this is basically the religion conversation I've been wanting to have on the show.
Oh, really?
That's why I say a little deeper, because we went from aliens until you done delved.
Weeks ago, and everything I say is essentially the same thing, because at the end of it all is one goal. It's just like saying, okay, we want to go to heaven, but we got all these religions. We got Islam, you got Buddhism, you got Christianity, you got this, you got that. When it's at the end of it all, they're all saying the same thing, right? They all want to go to heaven. They all want to worship God and die and go to heaven, basically, right? But it's just so many ways of doing it. So it's the same thing with the ultimate goal of the universe. It's one goal and it's one common thing, but it's just so many ways to say it. So you have a being that literally comes from the stars. That's why constellations, and astronomy is so important because at the time of conception, it's a little spark that takes place. It's a universe inside the body. That's why they call it the yoni or the yoniverse. You understand what I'm saying? You got a sun. You have explosions, gas, you have all kind of things that take place as above, so below. So you have a universe inside of a universe, inside of a universe, inside of a universe, inside of a universe. You understand what I'm saying? And so inside of the body, there's an explosion that takes place when a baby is born. It's a spark of light. And then from the time of conception, a being makes his route from the stars to here. It's chosen to come here. And it's coming. It's that lightning. It's implanted inside your belly, a woman's belly, because she is a creator, because she is God. You understand what I'm saying? She is the creator. So now she has this incubation system where she's holding an extraterrestrial. When you look at extraterrestrial movies, don't you see how they have the people in the water just waiting until it's time to wake up? Or it's to it like in the Matrix or in Aliens or whatever you look at. Like, don't get it twisted. These folks is putting shit in your face because that's the ego. Right. That's how cocky they are. They're going to put the truth in your face and you still not believe it. They're taunting you. They're saying how stupid the average person is.
But at the same time, it also gives credit to disbelievers who feel like, nah, you just getting that from that movie, or you just putting it together.
There ain't no credit. You a disbeliever.
No, that's what I'm saying. It makes them think that. That makes them say they can easily say, oh, yeah, that's just made. Right. You got that from the Men in Black. That's made up.
And where did the Men in Black get it
right.
from?
Where do you think?
Where did the writers get it from?
Creativity.
You understand? Creative of what? Yeah. You cannot come up with a concept that did not exist already. There is nothing new under the sun, and you cannot put together anything that has not existed or that you have not seen. It's impossible. That's why you don't know what extraterrestrials look like. Right. That's why you said the green men or little grays, because that's all you know. Right. No, they don't have to look like that. They don't have to take that form. They don't have to sound like anything. They don't have to smell like anything that we understand, because that's not what they're beyond our level of comprehension.
It's so many more than that. If it was, they exist. It's so many more than just that. So right as of now, they're looking at maybe, and it's way more. But they're looking at.
Tell about the whole baby thing, because I think that's going to lead to a great point.
What you mean? You was talking about
about the explosion that takes place when there's conception. I did, but I was going to come back to it before you.
I was just going to say a point.
Go ahead.
Anyway, like I was saying, NASA is saying there's 216 planets, possible planets that they found. Now we know there's way more out there, but that's what they found right now. So you think out of all those 216 planets, there's no life? And if there is, it's gonna be more like those movies you see, like Guardians of the Galaxy or something, where they have different species of aliens.
I mean, I can't even say like YouTube is a good credited source.
That's like.
But I was even watching one of them little YouTube documentaries where it was like there might be a planet just like Earth but full of water, just like all water. You really think it ain't no life form, right, inside of that water on that planet?
Yep, that's mermaids.
Like, what type of thought process? Like, how selfish are you to think it's 200 other planets and your dumb ass, polluted ass, low intelligence having ass planet is the only one with some life on it? Right. Like, you really think that?
I look at how many different species is on this earth alone. Right. That's how I look at it. Right. If we have all these different type of species and animals, you really think this is it? Life? Can't be. There's too many different species here alone for it to be no life in the galaxy.
But going back to the spark.
Ah, yes, that. I forgot. Okay, so that's what happens. So that's how you come from the stars, and that's why your astrological signs make sense, because that's the path you travel. Remember, there's no time in space. You understand what I'm saying? There's no concept of time. So you're talking light speed. Light speed is distance. Light speed is not time. It just sounds like it might be, but it's distance. And so the path that you travel is where your astrological sign comes from. That's how somebody can say, oh, you're a Capricorn, oh, you're an Aquarius, and you act like this, and you act like this, because you had to travel through a certain path to get here. You understand what I'm saying? And so that happens, and then as a woman breathes in, you know, her nose get big when she's pregnant, her neck get black, and she's breathing in something called tetrahedron. And tetrahedron are particles out of the air that makes the skin. So now you got your skin, and you come into this planet. You come into this planet knowing everything that you need to know. There is something called DNA programming. That's what you come with. That's people. Somebody asked me the other day when we were here, how did you get so smart? I was like, yeah, I don't know. I was born this way. And I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I'm not going to sit right here and tell you I studied a lot, because I haven't. I'm not going to sit right here and tell you I read 1,000,000 books, because I haven't. But you can go and take anything I say to the bank. You understand what I'm saying? Anything I say, you can take it to the bank and cash it. But you come with that DNA program. It's just how do you get back to it when somebody done Teletubbied you to death, and Sesame Streeted you to death, and 1 + 1 = 2'd you to death, and ABC'd you to death, and lied to you about Christopher Columbus, lied to you about Jesus, lied to you about what it takes to survive, lied to you about what language you speak, lied to you about what God is, who God is, lied to you about everything you fucking stand for is a lie. Everything you believe, everything you've been told, and now you stuck inside of a matrix being a rat, waiting on the next paycheck so you can go and give it back to them motherfuckers. Why? Because that's how they control the planet. Because they live and feed off of your fear, off of your weakness, off of your nervousness, off of your worry. That's how this planet survives, because it's controlled. That's why they have to keep you from tapping into your 5th dimension, because you came here to govern. You came here to save. That's why babies come out with their eyes open. That's why babies come out already trying to stand up and walk, because they can't depend on us to do it, because they have to come already ready-made, because they don't have time to get to adulthood no more, because they fucking us up before we get there. You are a 5th dimensional being. Everybody's a 5th dimensional being caught inside of a 3D plane, but you're actually 4th dimensional. Remember, because I told you there's a concept of time that you have to adhere to. So there's length, width, height, and time. 4 things, that's 4 dimensions that you have to deal with. Well, when you are a 5th dimensional being, you don't have to deal with time. You can move back and forth between the two. You can go to sleep and go somewhere else to another planet, because not every planet is a physical planet. Jupiter is jovial. You can't stand on it. So ain't no physical beings on Jupiter. It's only light beings. So when you sleep and when you wake up and you can't move and you got to get back, that's because you went somewhere, partner. Because you are a 5th dimensional being, but the more bullshit we eat, and the more metals we put inside of our body, and the more chemicals we put inside of our body, and the more dumbass music that's recorded at 432 hertz to lower your vibrations, when we do all of that stuff, it stops us from being who we truly are. But if you knew who you truly were, and everybody moved like they were 5D, nobody could control anybody. Nobody could own anybody. You can't say that's my boyfriend. You can't say this is my son. This is his own God. It came here for his own purpose, his own agenda. You respect it. You let it go through its school so it can travel on where else the fuck it gotta go. But no, we don't do that. Because we can't do that, because we don't know how to do that, because something controls us. Period. That's what the Matrix was about. That's why Neo was so special. That's why Morpheus was that nigga. That's why the Oracle, you understand what I'm saying? That's what the whole movie was about, letting people know.
Is it the realm, the people in the realm, the world that's controlling us, or is it
Great question. I always, you know who Nikola Tesla is? One of the greatest scientists in the world. You can use this microphone because of Nikola Tesla. You can use a remote control or a cell phone because of Nikola Tesla, and him being able to use waves to transmit Wi-Fi. All of those things that are wireless exist because of what he was doing. But in him doing that, he had live and long conversations with extraterrestrials. And he wanted to tell the world. He was like, hey, look, had this conversation, and the people in the world were like, nigga,
You said Tesla, the dude who created the car?
No, he didn't create the car. Somebody created the car and started him. Right. Yes. So they silenced him, made it seem like he was crazy, bankrupted him, destroyed him, because he was going to tell. He was Russian. Russians and extraterrestrials are like synonymous. They go hand in hand. But yeah, they were going to destroy him. They did destroy him. What am I saying? They destroyed him, made it seem like he went crazy, took all his money, took all his funding, changed his patents up, all kind of stuff because that man was trying to tell the truth. So it's been happening for a very, 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 very long time. In the Bible, when I said like the chariots of fire, people knew that. People knew that when Moses went away, or when they knew what was. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's who the angels were, and that's who these are. Anyway, moving forward to present time, Hitler. Remember Hitler? Hitler was so Hitler was so gangster, but he was talking to a group of extraterrestrial called the Aldebarans. The Aldebarans come from a place called Aldebaran or Alderaan. That's in You could look it up, Google it. It's a real star. It's a real planet. People do come from there. Okay, so they are tall. They are albino. So all albino people are extraterrestrials. Period.
So are ginger people.
So albino people are breeds of Aldebarans. And Aldebarans have blonde hair, blue eyes, or no color at all. And they can't. If you look in the Matrix, remember the Matrix? They had those twins with the locks in their hair. They were black, but they were white. That's what Aldebarans are. They are a Negroid race, but they just don't have color. They lack pigmentation. So moving right along from that, Hitler was dealing with these people, communicating with those, and that's why he experimented on what Jews that had what blonde hair, what
blue eyes.
How? Why? Was that a coincidence? Nah, because that's who he was told to do research on, because that's what they were doing research on it themselves. That's why there were concentration camps. That's why they used Hertz and so many, all types of, anyway. And that's why they were obsessed with twins. The Germans were obsessed with twins. And Matrix, the Aldebarans were twins. They all are born two. That's why women have two breasts, because they naturally give birth to two babies. That's why naturally women gave birth to twins. Only after a lot of genetic modification inside of our genetics did we start to bear only one child.
Extra storage like a camel hump.
No, I'm sorry. It was for feeding. But anyway, long story short, when it was all said and done, he wanted to kill himself so that he can go to Alderaan with the Aldebarans. So they have been dealing with the world for a long time. Hitler was what? Tell me, what was his nationality?
Jewish.
But what kind of Jew? He didn't have blonde hair and blue eyes. What was he?
Red hair.
No,
He was German.
Brown.
Hitler was a German Jew. Hitler was a German Jew. What's your boy Donald Trump?
German Jew.
Guess who he working with?
Russians.
And guess who they working with?
All of the
Hey. You better know about it. You better know about it, partner. I ain't said it, y'all said it. But hey.
Come back full circle.
It is what it is. And you could take it for a joke if you want to. I don't care if you don't believe me. It's only 144 chosen ones. And guess what? Everybody ain't one of them. It's only 144. That's in the Revelation. It's 144. Really? It's 144 chosen ones. So it's a lot of people that will not make it, that cannot make it, that don't have what it takes to make it, that'll never believe. And that's fine too. So I ain't gonna never try to convince nobody of what I know. That's why you gotta do your own research. That's why you do your own research.
Wow. So, first of all, let me give the opportunity, because we've been talking about a lot of stuff here. If you want to call in and comment, or you have a question, give us a call. The number is 678-688-4269. That's 678-688-4269. We want to hear your thoughts on this, and just let us know if you
disagree, how you feel about it,
right?
Or how many people have had extraterrestrial encounters. I hear people say that they've had extraterrestrial encounters.
You know what's funny? I've never heard any good story coming from extraterrestrial, like any experience like that. They've always been experimenting on or had some type of pod inserted in them or something like that.
I've heard stories where they were just shown things.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that people, or I understand, and I haven't done any research or verified or had any kind of experiences, but I have one. So it's kind of like, well, maybe people that have a six finger are extraterrestrial, and people that have born with, have you ever seen somebody born with a hole in their ear?
Yeah.
little bitty babies that born with a hole, yeah, they have been visited in their childhood or experimented on by extraterrestrials. Really? That's what I heard, and I don't know if it's folklore or how true it is.
So does that pass on genetically? Because all my kids got it too.
Okay, so it could just all be extraterrestrials. I don't know.
Shit. I mean, if
I don't know.
I already know. I mean, I told you I'm ATL and all that. All day.
I don't know, but you know.
It's like this.
So,
but yeah.
I've never had a conscious. Like, I never had a conscious. Like, I wouldn't even sit right there and lie. Like, I heard some stories of people that was like, shut the fuck up. Like, don't even talk to me no more. But, you know, I don't know.
I don't know if this means anything, but I have a lot of deja vu.
That means you're in the right place at the right time. And that also means that you have a parallel universe. See, we have different versions of ourselves.
Talk to me.
We have different versions of ourselves. So it's you, but it's about 12 of you.
Where?
Mm-hmm. And all them 126 planets you see out there.
I need them to come here and go to work for
those are parallels.
DC comments.
You have
Flash.
Right. There are parallels. There are parallel universes. That's why sometimes like I do it all the time. I deja vu probably 4 times a week, 5 times. But I already know this conversation.
What does that mean though? As far as because it's like I could literally be like here and I like sometimes I be telling Aaron I'm like bro I'm having deja vu. I done been here before.
Right place, right time is essentially what it means because you're following the path that you've already been on, that you visited. You know what I'm saying? And it happens in your dream space, but it's accurate. And it might not happen in this dimension. It might not happen in this plane, but when you get there, you should know exactly what to do.
And you know what? I don't know if I want to even keep calling that right place, right time. I just believe, like you said, you've been there before. Maybe in the parallel dimension, you know, they followed that path, and a lot of them follow the same path, but not necessarily. Yeah, a lot of dimensions, your dimensional copies follow the same path. You know what I'm saying? You had the same name, whatever. You know, just going off of, you know, I'm just going off of what do you want to say, movies or whatever have, because this comes from somewhere. So going off of that thought process for that, yeah, you follow the same path. Now, do you have to follow that same path? No. So I wouldn't say if you diverge off of that path, you know what I'm saying, it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's not where you're supposed to be. It just means that that's somewhere you've been. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But deja vu doesn't work like that. When you're in deja vu is so vague that you only feel that I've been here.
Right.
I've seen that I've been here, but you don't know what you did to do the same thing. So there's no way to stay on a particular path. And in fact, trying to deviate from the path or stay on the path could cause trouble for you. All you should do at a time of deja vu is know that I'm where I'm supposed to be. So whatever I'm doing is right. I'm not where I'm supposed to be technically, like a right and a wrong. I'm supposed to be because I visited here and I wind up getting back here. How did I do that? You understand what I'm saying? Because you have a subconscious, aka God, you know what I'm saying? And you have an ego, aka Satan, and you have an ID, aka you, all inside of your body. This is what Sigmund Freud taught. There are 3 yous in you. You have a subconscious, an ego, and an ID. And all of these things have to work together. That means you have a mind, body, and spirit, basically, is what it's saying. You understand? Your mind would be the ego. But Satan, those things you think, that's the thing. Say, don't do that. They say the right thing. Then you have
that makes sense.
Right. Then you have a spirit. I mean, your subconscious or God, which is right. That's your feeling, your gut feeling of what I feel like this is the right thing to do. I want to call her, but my mind, my ego said don't call her. But I want to call her. And guess what? When you act on your feelings, a lot of times you'll get a lot further than you'll get the response that you want when you act on your thoughts and then you subject yourself to your feelings. You know what I'm saying? We do that. A lot of people do that. That's called emotional literacy, but that's a whole nother topic. And then you have your ID. That's your id. That's your self. That's your being. That's a whole word. That's why it's called ID. That's why it's called identification with a picture of the action. Right. And so you have all of these things, and when you experience your deja vu, you have been inside this place. But there is no wrong or right anything. There's only wrong or right because we have someone that control us and govern us and tell us this is wrong and this is right.
Because it's crazy you said it's a feeling, because it's literally like, it's like a shock. You know what I'm saying? Like when you realize it, it's literally like a shock. I'm like, oh, damn. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I was looking for that. It be live and living color, and it's vivid, right? Yeah, and it just happens like, oh my God, and it feels weird. And
that's how I know I'm gonna be tripping, because when I feel it, I say it. I tell whoever I'm around me, like, I'm having deja vu. Just to put it out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just to put it out there.
Right. So, anyway.
I haven't had one in a while.
A deja vu?
I've had too many of those, actually.
But I think that's because I'm trying to change. So, I think I'm gonna have it again. That's why I say you're not gonna run into them all the time. I mean, but when you do, that just lets you know. Okay, so if you make a change, like if I decide to go vegan today, and then next week I have a deja vu about it. Oh, I was meant to do that. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But yeah. So, awesome topic. Thank you, Nine. You have schooled all of us on that one. Yeah, we delved into some stuff I really wanted to talk about on this show.
Oh, you did?
I did. I said we delved into it. We ain't go deep.
Well, I ain't go nowhere.
Yeah, we didn't go deep.
I ain't go nowhere.
Saying, we just touched on it. We just touched on it. Just enough to make people go,
Enough to give you word of mine.
There you go. But that was say it again.
Nah, it ain't gonna have the same effect.
I know. Nah, but that's what's up. So it's time to jump into some music, and then we're gonna get a little more from Nine Ether about this connection between the two. This what we talking about and the solar eclipse.
Did I say I was gonna talk about that?
Oh yeah, you did.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So let's get into some music, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned with IBNX Radio. Really?
What's that?
Goddamn.
What was that?
You said money back. What was the name
Happy
of it?
birthday. Child, if you don't take your ass back
That's
to
for
the
her.
job,
Hey, that was a mouthful, right? Did you understand that? No. All right, let me break it down like this. Do you have any friends? I know she do. Do you have any friends that would claim you as like their best friend? Or would say that you're just a great friend to them, but to you, they're just more of an associate, maybe? Or they're not that good of a friend? You're just like, okay, you telling people, or you claim me as your best friend, but I mean, we cool. You know what I'm saying? You have any people like that in your life? You don't have to answer if you don't want them to know. It's okay.
Ooh, I'm sure I probably got some people like
yes,
that. I don't know.
we
I don't get that involved in it. Like
you don't put on the title.
Right.
Like
And I used to have one of my friends be like, well, what kind of friends are we? Like, are we best friends? All my friends are the best.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For me to say you're my best friend means I have to have a worst friend. Mm-hmm. And you could be my favorite friend because nothing has to qualify for someone to be your favorite friend. Right. I'm literal like that. You know I am.
Right.
I'm literal. Like, I don't like the term, like, you know, quote unquote best friend. Like, if you my best friend, what did you do to earn that?
Right, you my number one.
Right. So that means somebody have to be the worst friend if you're the best, because you just put a superlative on our friendship.
True.
No, all of my friends are the best. And I don't consider everybody a friend. You hear me say, oh, this my homegirl. This my homegirl, such and such right here. Or this my acquaintance, or this such and such, this my you know, whatever. And I make clear about that.
Right.
I make clear about that. If you gotta think if I fuck with you, I probably don't. If you gotta think about it, I probably don't.
I messed up and got a friend that I didn't want to make by trying to be nice. They were like, man, you the greatest friend, and they always want to hang out. And me being nice, I was in college, and me being nice, I allowed them to hang around me. Now this guy was kind of awkward, kind of gay, but I mean, they call him Pyro because he set things on fire. Now, I defended him one day and was like, yo, get off this man. I started roasting everybody. That's when I got my roast game up because I got tired of being bullied.
That's how it happens.
So I started roasting him back, and after that, he started clinging on. Like, yeah, man, I appreciate the help, man. You know, I'm like, no problem, man. I want one of my.
That's a classic movie.
You gonna play Mario today?
Yeah, classic movie situation.
Right.
That was real though. I mean.
Yeah, no, it happens.
But I was just like, man. I had to go to my other homies like, man, this man following me around. I don't know how to let this man down easy. It's like, dang, I gotta go through a breakup. That's weird.
Oh man, I done friends all the time.
That's weird. That was weird.
You know me, I don't ever dump nobody,
but I will get rid of your ass so quick.
Just cause, well, yeah, I have had some situations, but I demote. Let's just say that I demoted motherfuckers. You know, I've had people who were higher on my list, they just went down to, okay, you now an associate, I ain't talk to you, see you when I see you.
I ain't playing with you. I friend one kind of way. We 100.
Yes, we.
If you 98 with me, I can't fuck with you no more, period.
Did the camera see the gangster?
That's it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm 100 with everybody.
Just slide it down so they can see that strong.
If you can't be 100 with me, I'm good on you. Right. Fall back, small back.
Right.
Moving right along.
And that's usually the situation too.
Yeah.
Is the 100.
So what happened in this situation?
In this situation is a guy says he has a friend that goes around every time they out together. He tells everybody that this is my best friend, this is my road dog and all that. But in actuality, they're associates to him. To him, he thinks, oh, we just cool. You know, we used to work together. You know what I'm saying? We hang out every now and then along with other guys I hang out with.
I got bullied into a relationship like that. Then my girlfriend, no nigga, I ain't your girlfriend.
Right.
I don't think that's what I am, but you keep... Yeah, you gotta stand up for yourself, man. I learned the hard way from that one. That man, he ain't your friend.
And that's the question is, should he break it down to him or is it harmless? That's the question.
Now I think
because it's a big deal. Is it a big deal?
No, I think we should be honest about it because I don't want that person to have any expectations of me that I'm not willing to fulfill. And now you consider me a bad friend when I'm not your friend. Right. Okay? I'm not your friend. So let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to let people know, you want to say, oh no, I'm good. Can you take me? No. Can I ride with you? No, I ride by myself because I want to leave when I want to leave. And that's establishing boundaries. I'm going to let you know what kind of relationship we have. And I'm going to be wide ass open about it.
But you do that with your friends too? Sometimes if you...
Yeah, but I make a sacrifice for a friend. You know what I'm saying? I make sacrifices for the people I love and care about. That means it ain't always my way. Right. I have to compromise. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm willing to do that for somebody that's my friend. But if old boy ain't his friend, it might be a good idea to bring him up to speed before you hurt his feelings. Mm-hmm. Or he invade in your space too much, and then you have to check him, and then you hurt his feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm. Tippy, Saint Tippy, you ever had this situation?
I'm gonna just say like this. I agree with what Nine said. Like, if you can't keep it 100 with me, then you can't be around me at all. But I don't really look at people as friends no more, because I don't really have lines of communication open with people like that I was friends with. So to me right now, I don't think I have any friends, to be real. Either I have like my team, you know what I'm saying, my love life, my you know what I'm saying, my homies, but other than that, like, I don't think I have friends now. So
I have to agree with you on that. I literally have, and for years, I can tell you, if you ask me, I only have a couple friends.
I have
like people that I call, right, I only have like 3 people that I would call my friends. And it's like now, like I don't even have to put no title on it more than that. It's just like if I call you my friend, that's enough said. Like, ain't no best friends and all that. It's enough for you to be my friend. Anybody else is an associate, is a co-worker, is whatever. You know what I'm saying? In that situation, I have to say, yeah, you might want to let that person know at the right, in the I don't know.
Look, man,
the right time, right situation.
I don't like you, dog. Leave me alone.
Not even that.
Stop being my friend, man. I don't like that.
Not even that, because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings.
It's been times because I'm
so worried about nobody's feelings though.
True that, but I just think because somebody's not your friend don't mean you can't be there. Because I'm a good friend to people, period. Like, whether you my friend or not, I'm just a good person to people. So I might be a friend.
But I think a friendship is mutual. That's like I said, that's my girlfriend. Yeah. She be like, nigga, ain't your girlfriend? Like, yeah, that's my girlfriend right there. You can't say that's my friend and that person not have a mutual understanding of that friendship. So you can't be a good, like, if a person is a bad friend to you, that's not your friend. Like, get over it. Get over it. Like, those are emotional issues you have if you hanging on to somebody that's not good for you. Right. That's not good to you, or that you don't like. Like, you don't have to, you're not obligated to people. Now, for me, it's been times where I didn't want to complain out. And I'm real blunt, front. But it's been people that I cared enough about, like, damn, she's sweet. I really don't want to be like, hey, girl, I ain't your friend. But let me show her with my actions. So I'm going to say a few things, and I'm going to show you more things that let you know that we not there. Right. We're not friends. I don't hang out with you. You can't come to my house. You know what I'm saying? You can't eat off my plate. You can't dictate to my time, and you damn sure can't call me last minute about nothing that you want to do. If we just don't do things like that, because we don't vibe like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then I have friends that have been my friends forever, and I might push them back a little bit. Because the circumstances call for it. Right. Or because you did something that I didn't appreciate. I can't fuck with you like that no more. And I have a situation like that with a friend now, and I haven't had a conversation with her because I don't want to address the situation and then she lie to me or insult my intelligence, and then I fly off and be upset, and then we can't even be acquaintances no more. Right. So I'm just gonna, like you said, I'm gonna demote your ass down to an acquaintance, and that we don't fuck around like that no more. I can't fuck with you like that no more because you've already proven yourself unworthy of the type of friend I am. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And so yeah, I mean, I don't think you should lie to anybody. I don't think you should give anybody. I think you should be genuine, but don't exert yourself and give too much energy to somebody that's not receptive of that.
That is true. I went through that situation recently where, I had to cut somebody way off.
I thought you were going to leave it at that. You had to cut somebody.
Yeah, but nah. But it's like I said, if I'm feeling uncomfortable or if I got to second guess who you are as a person and your personality and your character, I don't want you around me. Because if I deal with you, the next person I deal with, I'm going to be comfortable enough. If you need a connection or whatever, I'm going to be able to pass you along with no problem, and no good business is going to be involved, because I'm not going to associate myself with nobody that has any negativity about them, period. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and so when you dealing like that, you ain't never got to worry.
Exactly. It's like, I know this person good. I know they good, and they know me, so they gonna show each other respect and love just off the count.
And I feel just like a boy. Like if you were my boyfriend, or like you're gonna value me enough not to fuck me over. You're gonna value me enough to know that I will leave your ass high and dry if you play me. And I need for my friends to understand the same thing. Like I will leave you. I will not be your friend anymore. You will respect everything that we have. And we got off on a whole nother subject, but your old boy need to tell his stalker friend that we ain't all the way friends. We just homeboys. Okay, we can drink some beer together, but no, you cannot spend the night in my house. You cannot sleep on my couch. We're not there yet.
I think that needs to be said when it gets to that point where you're just doing too much. You know, it's fine. You want to tell people I'm your friend. I'm not going to correct you right then. But then when you start trying to get me to act like that friend, you keep saying people are, then we got to straighten this up. Right, exactly. I don't want to hurt your feelings for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
You feel like that, and you know what I'm saying? The situation haven't even manifested itself into that, and they like, damn, you feel like that already? I never did that, but you just trying to protect yourself from what you may see or what may be the con.
Because I value my friendships. I mean, I'm not always the best friend to the friends I got, just because I'm not good at the communication.
You just said you was a great friend. Make up your mind.
This is the.
Did he not just say I'm a great friend to people who didn't want to be my friend?
I'm a good person.
No, I'm a great person to people.
You said friend.
You said friend.
Yeah, and then I came back and corrected it. I'm a great person to people, so I probably am a good friend to a lot of people that I won't consider much of a friend. But as far as my friends, like I've had a friend tell me. Not recently, but I had them tell me that I wasn't being a good friend because I don't call a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not good with the communication.
It was a female.
I hate
it. Was a female.
It was a female. It was a female.
I'm not gonna call you and tell you I'm.
Because the guys, I don't call the guys either, but
you don't call
they ain't gonna trip on it. They ain't gonna say nothing. But
sure, you don't call me enough.
Yeah, I had one tell me we don't talk enough. But that's just saying a statement. You know, we should talk more. Now I had a female friend that was just like, you don't never call me. Why don't you don't never call? You're not a good friend. Like, I'm bad at the communication calling people shit. I'm bad at it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm real bad at it. But when we link up or when you need me, I'm there. It don't matter. So, and it's a two-way street too. But I understand it can't be one way. You can't be the only one calling me. So I get that.
But if both of y'all not contacting each other, then who's at fault? Though?
Yeah, exactly. Well, if it's a woman, it's always gonna be you. So.
That's when I'm gonna hit that. You're not making any sense.
Yeah. But yeah. So I agree. You gotta let them know, and hopefully, if it's cool enough, y'all can stay cool, whatever. If not, he ain't your friend anyway, so I guess it don't matter.
But I appreciate being a refuge for people. Like, even though I may not be, like, let's say we may not have the same line of communication. You may call me to vent to me. Mm-hmm. I appreciate being that person because you never know what you may be going through where I may have been the last resort. Like, damn, he don't answer, then I'm going to lose it. Right. So I appreciate being that person to people. Mm-hmm. Being that open line of communication where people can talk to me. People could, you know what I'm saying, without being judged and all that. But as far as like a friendship, it's like I just rather be that person that's there for you. Right. When you need me.
Right. I don't mind being that at all to a lot of people. I grew up like that. I was like all the girls I was their confidant. Yeah. But see, that puts you in it. If it's a friend, if it's a girl you like, then you end up in that friend zone.
That's the best place to be. Y'all gonna start sleeping on
you ain't lying. Hey, what you
gonna start sleeping on them. That's the best place to be.
That's been my avenue in so many places. That used to be my game. Getting the friend zone. It's the long route, but hey, it's the strong route. It's the long route, but it's the strong route.
Friend zone forever. Long way. Why you my friend? Why you get your hand on me? Don't touch me.
Man, what the hell we got ice going on in here? Oh, man.
Get my bag. We don't play.
What? Your metaphysical ass running?
I'm running.
I said your metaphysical ass running.
I'm grabbing my firearm. Oh. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, I thought you was scared of ghosts.
No.
About to pop at some ghosts. But, yeah. So, today, National Be an Angel Day.
What?
Yeah, National Be an Angel Day, which means this is a day that you're supposed to do something nice. You know, like to pay it forward, like the movie and all that other stuff.
Oh, but you gonna say be an angel?
That's what it's called. I mean, but yeah, so be an angel to someone day. So they do something nice to for somebody today.
There's a few more hours left. In the day, enough
Yeah,
time to be nice.
yeah. It's a few more hours in the day, and then you know if you don't know we're a night show, so you catch all this late, you know, carry it over to tomorrow. You know, do a little something, maybe at least half the day. But you know, do something nice for somebody today. That's what today's about. Even if it's just for your man, you know, it's be an angel day. Go on and hook him up a little something. But yeah.
I ain't expect that from now either.
Anyway,
I'm a girl.
Unexpected.
it is also National Eat a Peach Day.
I got a peach.
Yeah, so y'all put that together. But yeah, so yeah, go on and get you a nice juicy.
Can I have my pen
peach.
back?
Yes, you can have. This is a fan. I said this pen. I had the. Oh, the ball gone.
His ass done broke me.
Oh no, I was stuck in the maze. It's a maze pen, y'all. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see it's the Escape Game maze pen. You must have got it from the little gift shop.
I be escaping.
Back to your regularly scheduled.
Right.
So today's telegram is Amour Sade. AMOURSADE.
Amore Sade is her
Amore
name.
Sade.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna know all that.
Who's that?
Armor Sade.
Amore. I think it's Amore.
Yeah,
like
Amore. That was what I was about to
Amore
say. That's what I meant to
Sade.
say. I try to be fancy and shit. Amore Sade.
Shout out to Sade if she listening.
Oh, that's somebody you know. Okay. And at Dichi, who we actually interviewed, me and I interviewed for the rundown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So shout out to Adichie and Amor Sade. Also, before we get out of here, we didn't say it last week, I don't think, but we've been nominated for the third year in a row, or third time in a row, because we only been in a year and a half. Anyway, we've been nominated for the third time for what is it? The ATL's hottest.
I don't know how he made that possible.
Woo!
3 times in a year and a half.
Right.
We are nominated again though, so
We are
that's a good thing.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So vote for us. If y'all listen, go vote.
Please go vote. You know, the website is www.atlhottest.
And I'm hoping they have a better
.com.
user interface than they had last year, because I didn't want to vote for us. It was so hard to get to the damn ballot thing. So
Yeah.
hopefully they have a better one this year and it's easier and more inviting to vote. Because your fans going to get to the page and be mad and not even want to vote for you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Wow, this is true. We appreciate ATL's hottest.
Oh, my bad, you right.
For allowing us this opportunity and for the interface and all that goodness. So thank you, and thank you to our listeners and fans for nominating us again. And
I'm looking out for the fans.
right,
I
this is
want
true.
them to
Hey,
have a
see,
good
that's even
voting
more
experience.
reason why y'all should be like, damn right, now tell them I'm about to go vote for y'all now. See, that's what y'all should be doing. So go to www.atlhottest.com and vote for us. Spread the word, all that good stuff. Show us some love. This will be, like I said, third time up. Hopefully we can take it home this time. But usually when we lose out, though, we lose out to the home team. So the last 2 times I've been the home team, which is all good.
Man, we lost to Ryan Cameron last time.
No, we didn't.
Oh.
We lost. No, I lost to Ryan Cameron the first
Yeah, I'm
time.
like, Ryan Cameron?
I'm like, man, he didn't even know nothing about it. He probably like, okay, I got an award. Like, he don't even probably even get it. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway. Damn, man, I'm tripping. So yeah, give us some love, man. Anyway, make sure you go follow us at Word of Mind Radio. Go follow IBNX Radio. We had a wonderful rundown. If you didn't catch it, go look it up. 12 hours straight, we was in here bumping. You know what I'm saying? Line out the door. It was amazing.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of cool.
Definitely a good look, and be looking out for the next one. So till next time, you can catch me at TR3GRIZZY, and you can catch her at
Brown Skin Goddess.
Yeah. And you can catch him at
King_.
And that other guy who's here with us, he's at.
You can do it all caps only. One Tippy, TIPY, all caps, please. Put some respect on my name.
I got to be.
You gotta put some respect on my name.
Okay, gotcha. All right, and that's our show for today. Appreciate you tuning in. We'll see y'all next week.
Next week. Peace out. That Trish was damn being our engineer last week, and she played the old.
Yeah, she played the
she had us all jacked over here. She did good.